Hey yo, what is up? Today's video is my ATK F1 Pro Max review and also how it compares to the F1 Ultimate which I got in the mail today. TLDR, they both look the same. There's a 14-gram weight difference, but it feels like it's a 25-gram weight difference, and I'll show you a secret to making your mouse weigh 15 grams lighter with no mods. Now I picked this F1 Pro Max at $55 during the pre-sale. Right now it's going for $80. Currently the base model is the F1 Pro, that's $70. This one is the Pro Max, is again currently $80, and the F1 Ultimate version is $90. The difference between the three models is the battery capacity and the overall weight. My current Pro Max is 52.67 grams and my current F1 Ultimate is 38.8 grams, 38.9 grams right now. Physically, you can tell them apart by looking at the color of the scroll wheel. The Pro Max has a black and white, and the Ultimate is all black. I will leave a reminder up there for you guys in case you're trying to track both of these mice. Now let me show you the packaging of both the mice, starting with the Pro Max. As you can see, it comes in two pieces. The 8K dongle comes in a separate box like that, and your ATK F1 Pro Max comes in a box, opens up like a book, and all the stuff is inside, and it's, you know, nice looking, fairly stylish, nothing too spectacular. The dongle is again packaged separately. Maybe there's a plan or there's an option to purchase this mouse without the 8K dongle. I don't know for sure what their business strategy is, but on the Ultimate, F1 Ultimate, you get a different unbox experience to reflect the quote, you know, Ultimate package, I suppose. It's an unnecessarily bigger box with the mouse and dongle presenting itself as you open up the box like a book. The mouse is there, and then this dongle is right there. One thing to note is the 8K dongle that is included with the F1 Ultimate. It is locked to this mouse that it ships with, because the F1 Ultimate mouse cannot connect to my other ATK dongles, and my two other ATK mice, the F1 Pro Max and the X1 Pro, cannot connect to the F1 Ultimate dongle over here. I tried it, it's the same, it looks the same, they appear to be the same, everything is the same, but this dongle on the Ultimate is locked to the Ultimate mouse, while the regular F1 Pro Max and the X1 Pro, I can interchangeably connect to this dongle, but cannot connect to the Ultimate dongle. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. The other thing to note is the F1 Ultimate, this one, does not ship with a 1K dongle that you see here. But the cheaper versions, the F1 Pro Max, F1 Pro, comes with a 1K dongle and an 8K dongle. That's pretty strange, because this means the cheaper versions have greater mobility, because you don't need to lug around your 8K dongle and cable everywhere you go. You can just pocket your mouse and bring along your 1K dongle, and you're good to go to a LAN tournament or your friend's house or whatever. Bring your competitive mouse with you and leave that 8K dongle at home. The other fairly annoying fact is that these mice with the 8K capabilities have USB-C cables that are more like welding wire. These are very stiff cables with a stiff core which are not pliable and difficult to situate around your table if you're worried about, you know, cable management and stuff. You can see the cable is just stiff. It wants to go straight. It doesn't want to bend. It does not want to bend 90 degrees like you could if you had a pulsar cable, for example. With that long ass intro, let's get into the F1 Pro Max review. Battery life and cleanliness check. I have no battery range anxiety since I started using this because it's a 500 milliamp battery, but I do not have any firm numbers just because I have been juggling 6 mice and 9 pads as I try to test them out thoroughly over the past month. It's pretty clean, all things considered. For 1 month of usage, I have not cleaned it. Here's what it looks like compared to the 6-hour-old F1 Ultimate. It looks pretty much the same, right? Kind of like a warm white, both of them. Oh, there's a plane flying past, so let's try to ignore that and move on to the shape and size. In terms of shape and size, this is just a hair smaller than a Ninjutsu Sora V2 mouse, so you have to expect a smaller size, kind of like a Lamzu Maya kind of mouse. If you're a medium to small hands player, this will be an easy shape for you to adopt to. For me, the comfort grooves are just cut the right amount, and it adds like confidence to my finger placement. I like it so much that it has become my main small mouse, replacing my Sora V2 for my my small mouse fix. As for build quality, this is AAA build quality. I have no issues besides the wobbly M1 and M2. As you can see, slight wobble there. I have like a very gentle grip and very light grip, so there's no grinding issues with the buttons. But you know, if you're exerting a lot of sideways force, maybe you can get it to grind or something. I'm not sure. But saying that, I could not replicate this scenario no matter how hard I try. I cannot get it to grind or make any unwanted sounds. As for the coating, the grippy coating is very mild and not as near as grippy as an Endgame Gear OP1WE. I'm indifferent to this coating. I feel it does the job fine. If you have very dry hands, perhaps you need a few more extra minutes to warm up the coating before it becomes optimum or effective. The buttons itself seem to have like a break-in period for me, because I remember them feeling like VXE R1 type of tensioning. I was complaining about it, well, not complaining, but I did feel like it had some kind of bouncy tensioning. Yeah, let me get my R1. I had when I first did the video, I thought the M1 and M2 had a bouncy tensioning like the R1 kind of bouncy tensioning. But over time, I felt like the buttons and the clicks have kind of broken in, and after a month I feel like they are clicking exactly like a Ninjutsu Sora, albeit maybe a little bit stiffer than a Ninjutsu Sora. The clicks are very nice feeling, but if I had to rate them, I would say the Ninjutsu Sora V2 clicks are a little bit nicer. Now the feet itself, the stock PTFE feet, they were great out of the box, but almost immediately started breaking down and slowing down. I have I have spoken extensively about this subject, so I won't harp on it too long, but the long story short, I would look into aftermarket skates to enhance the feeling of this already very good mouse. I feel like the stock feed really takes away maybe 30% of how good this mouse actually is. With the F1 Ultimate that I received today, I slept on the Nitro Factory Devices N-Tech skates that are made out of a material called Ultem. It's a new material, I don't know what it is, but now this 38.8 gram mouse feels like I have a 25 gram mouse in my hand. I'm not even kidding you. Just let me demonstrate to you. Let me bounce it around. This is the Ultimate 38 gram mouse with Ultem skates. Look at how it's gliding across effortlessly, coming to a slow stop. It does not stop abruptly. It slows down very slowly and then it comes to a stop. And this one with the stock skates, check it out how it stops. It stops kind of abruptly if you compare it to the aftermarket skates. So invest on some good skates. I hope factories make Ultem or nylon 66 skates as stock in the future, because it makes a lot of difference. Yeah, let's move on and talk about the performance. I'm really impressed with the ATK F1 Pro Max. I think I got 2 personal bests in Kovacs without even trying. Remember, I'm juggling 6 different mice and 9 different new pads, so it's not easy to get into a rhythm of testing a singular mouse for an extended period. So even for that short time when I had the mouse in my hands and playing Kovacs, I already got 2 personal bests, so it is very impressive in my book. As far as value for money, I paid $55 pre-sale, and I feel this was a steal. Now that it's $70, so it's more like maybe now it's fair value. $70 is, I think, a reasonable price. But if you compare it to bigger and more famous brands, then this price still represents a very good deal. But anyway, that is my F1 Pro Max after a month. I hope you got some useful information out of it. For the next month, I suppose I will be dealing with the F1 Ultimate. The difference between these two is 14 grams, but truthfully, in my hand, you can see the glide with the aftermarket Ultem skates. It makes it feel like the Ultimate is a 25 gram mouse and the Pro Max is a 55 gram mouse. Look at how night and day difference even on the same mouse. So moral of the story, invest on some good skates that will keep your mouse fresh, keep your mouse gliding smoothly. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.